Hello, everybody. It's your girl, DAZZLE, and I'm back for another tarot reading. And this is going to be for beginners, how to accurately read what's there. And what we're going to do is we're going to be reading on a really famous YouTuber and personality, Funky Dineva, and the real reason for his departure from TGIF Fox Soul, right? So that's the newest thing in the blogs right now on YouTube. Everybody's talking about it, so we're going to read on it, right? So what you guys are going to need is you're going to need your tarot cards for beginners. Now, you've already seen videos of how to create your own tarot deck and also how to make keywords and meanings in the back of your tarot cards so you'll never forget what they mean. You're also going to need a pen because you're going to need a pen because you're going to be writing in your tarot journal. Okay, and because you are a beginner reader, there are some tarot tips that you should know. Now, even though I told you guys that it is okay to look at other readers and see how they read and pick up on what they're saying, I also feel like, have you guys ever seen readers and they're plucking like 1,000 cards and they're talking really fast and all you hear is someone feels lucky, someone wants to be a leader, someone is a creator with ideas, someone has charisma and is a go-getter, someone is this and someone is that, and you're like, who is that someone? What is this? And why are you saying this? What card did you pull to say this and say that? And it gets a little bit confusing, right? First of all, you don't have to pull 1,000 cards to get one answer. You want the person who you are reading for to understand what cards are pulled and how you came up with the answer to their question. Tarot reading is about getting a better understanding about a situation and what could happen if the situation continues down a certain path. Pull less cards and slow down your reading. Allow you and your client or the person you're reading for to actually have a conversation about these cards and have a conversation on what they mean and what it means to them in their situation. Know what your cards actually mean on their own. So when you are speaking to your client and they ask you what a card means, you can actually give them the correct keywords and meanings of the card. Why? Because you as a reader want to show integrity and knowledge of tarot to your client. Yes, you don't want to just pull out 1,000 cards and that client looked at a card and they was like, well, what does this card mean? And you don't really know the meaning. You just know what it means, what everybody else said it means, but you need to know the actual meaning too. And, that's part of having integrity, actually learning the craft and actually, honing your skills. Just don't throw out 1,000 cards. I mean, it's okay for certain people who are advanced. And I'm not telling everybody how to read, but you guys are beginners. So you guys need to know what you're reading and why you're reading it and what you're saying and why you're saying it. Okay, so organize your reading. As a beginner, you can do a 3-card spread for a question. That's not hard. Stop adding cards to your original established spread. Trust the reading and trust yourself to understand. Because you are beginners, if you said that you're only going to pull 3 cards, only pull 3 cards and work with what's there. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your knowledge and understanding of the tarot cards and read from there because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot that's worth reading. And, as you grow, you can read more cards. But if you're just starting out, just try to do a 3-card spread. And change your mindset to give an accurate reading. Okay, some people have a conspiracy mind, some people don't. Some people have a logical mind, whatever. So when you're doing readings, don't push stuff there that's not there based on how you think it is, based on your worldview. Every emperor in the reverse is not an abuser. You know what I'm saying? Every queen of cups in the reverse is not a drunk. Things like that. So you got to change your mindset, okay? So let's get into this reading. So the reading was, what was the real reason for Funky Dineva leaving TGIF Fox Soul, right? So we got the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Emperor, Okay, so you're going to need your tarot journal, you guys. And the best thing about your tarot journal, before you start creating inside of it, make it your own. I like to make things my own, so I like to decorate things. And, just like this example is on your screen. Creating your own tarot journal helps you keep a record of your readings. It helps you strengthen your tarot skills, allow you to see your growth as a reader, and you can see how accurate your reading was, okay? So the first one is the pertinent past. That's going to be the Nine of Cups. So on the back of your tarot deck, if you follow the directions, you'll have the keywords, right? Contentment, satisfaction, gratitude, wish come true, luck. And then you'll have a little bit of a condensed meaning, like you are achieving what you desire, obtaining your goal, getting what you think you want, having your dream come true, and feeling satisfied. So in my tarot journal, I already put the date of the reading and the time. And mind you, this is an actual reading that I did. I took a picture of the spread, and then I built from there with this content. So I did it on the 8th, and the time was 12 p.m. And it was a 3-card pull, and I said real reason for departure from Fox Soul TGIF, and that was for Funky Dineva, right? So I got the 9 of Cups upright, the Queen of Wands upright, and the Emperor upright in those positions of the pertinent past, the present, and the future likely outcome. So for the pertinent past, I put the 9 of Cups upright is in the past position. I think Funky had a desire to expand on the show and be on the show. I think he achieved that desire. He was satisfied about the goal he achieved. So that's what I put for that, right? So card number 2 is the present. So the upright keywords would be what? Courage, confidence, independence, social butterfly, determination. That's the Queen of Wands. And I have the actual card right here. And then I have you guys begin the tarot deck that you guys created, because you guys created your own deck too online virtually with me, right? So you have both of those on there, right? So the smaller description of it, the meaning is the Queen of Wands asks you to be bold in your undertakings and actions. Don't be afraid to own your real power and put it out into the world. You have so much to offer, so shine your light bright. Yourself and what you stand for, and don't be afraid to speak up and be heard, okay? So what you guys should know about the Queen of Wands is, guess what? The Queen of Wands is a minor arcana court card, aka a people card. So the question will be, who is this card referring to? Remember that energies are interchangeable. Just because this is a feminine energy, that does not mean it can not represent a male. Okay, so this can be a female or a male based on energy being interchangeable. But this person right here, if we see our notes, if we see our card, it's an Aries, right? So this is an Aries woman, most likely an entrepreneur, someone who empowers others, someone who's a go-getter, someone who is all about action, has a lot of passion and creativity, right? So now we have to figure out, is that Funky or is that Claudia? Because Claudia is an Aries. Funky is a Leo. But here's the issue. That will be Claudia Jordan, period. However, Funky, he shows some of those qualities as well. So for this reading, this card will represent Claudia Jordan. But it's interchangeable because it's why he left. So it would kind of be pertaining to her, right? So we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but I got to get past this slide too. So when we talk about the Queen of Wands, some people in their mindset believe that the Queen of Wands is a witch because of the black cat. Now, the thing about the black cat, though, the black cat is actually, it has a lot of negative connotations, but it's a feminine energy, okay? And the word black, the color black has a lot of negative in it anyway, and that's not true. It's really not true. So it's a feminine energy, intuitive energy, things like that, right? So People who have a certain mindset will say Claudia Jordan does witchcraft and she did a spell to make TGIF all about her, right? So they're just going to label her as a witch and say that she did some type of spell work, and that's why Funky Dineva left, right? That would be a lie, okay? First of all, you won't pass a job interview as a tarot advisor with that type of reading. No, you will not. When you do a screening to become a tarot advisor, if you guys ever want to, for my beginner readers, you do have to understand that they're looking for certain things. First of all, if you say you are a tarot reader, they're looking for you to actually know the meaning of each card. And they're looking for accuracy as well. And they don't want people who go off the deep end. They want you to read what's there. Okay? That's what they want you to read. All right? So, like I said, read what is there and read based on the question. Don't put unfounded thoughts in your client's head. That's the biggest thing, right? You don't want people to walk away from your reading just thinking that, oh, the reason why Funky didn't want to be there no more is because Claudia Jordan is a witch and she did some type of spell work, and now, it's all about her. That's not necessarily true. Okay? So read what's there. Claudia Jordan has a lot of courage. She's a go-getter. She's independent. She's a social butterfly, and she's determined to do what she wants to do as far as career-wise. And she sticks out, okay? And she's beautiful. The Queen of Wands is a beautiful woman. So what you're going to put for the present is, since the Queen of Wands is upright in the present position, I think that Claudia Jordan is the face of TGIF Fox Soul. I think that they acknowledge her charm and what she brings to the table to reach a certain demographic. I be having typos, but I be trying to type this stuff up and get it out there. But it's to the table to reach a certain demographic. Also, they acknowledge her as the star of the show, and other people vying for a position acknowledge her as a gatekeeper. Funky Dineva, even though he is a male, he also has feminine energy. He himself is a star, and people are attracted to him as well. Both stars are fire signs, and they both command attention, okay? And he felt like he wanted attention. It's about him. He's a star too. So the future likely outcome is the Emperor. That talks about contentment, authority, father figure, Lord and order, leadership, power, promotion. Okay? This card is suggestive of stability and security in life. You are on top of things and everything under your control. It is your hard work, discipline, and self-control that have brought you this far. It means that you are in charge of your life now, setting up your own rules and boundaries. Ooh, that's a good card to have for the future. And guess who that would be? That would be Funky. Okay? So, some people would say that the Emperor is the powers that be, the elites. He wants control. He's toxic masculinity. They will say that. But in all actuality, that's not exactly what's going on here. So always remember that you have to read what's there and don't go over the deep end, okay? Don't get too conspiracy minded because it may not be that. So the future likely outcome is, since the Emperor upright is in this position, I think that Funky Dineva will take leadership over his business. He is an entrepreneur, will invest in himself, and be his own boss. So then I'm going to put my answer to my question, right? So what I'm going to put and what you guys going to put is what you guys think it is, as far as intuitively and based on looking at all the tarot cards that was given for the pertinent past, future, present, whatever position. So what you're going to put, what I put is Funky Dineva was very happy to be a co-host on TGIF. It was a goal of his to expand himself in the entertainment business. I think that he has a lot of influence and star power, but so does Claudia Jordan. TGIF is Claudia Jordan's show, and there can only be two main characters. There cannot be two main characters. Funky Dineva acknowledges that she is a star of the show, and her words hold more weight than his. He decided to invest in himself and his own platform so he could be the boss and the center of attention. Some people are meant to forge their own paths and be entrepreneurs and have authority over their own success. Okay, so after you have written all that in your journal table of contents should look like this. We've already did all these other readings already. Now our table of contents is growing. So we're going to insert real reason why Funky Dineva departure from TGIF Fox Soul, right? So you already see on page 1, we did Will Beyonce divorce Jay-Z. That was a minute ago. And then we also did the Cat Williams one. Then we did the YouTube Tarot Readers one. And now we are on Funky Dineva. And this is how it should look in your book, right? And you're going to put down page 7 because you want to make sure your table of contents matches your pages, right? So that's it for today, you guys. This was Dazzle That Tarot. Like, comment, subscribe, and book your private reading. And thank you for watching.